G'day everyone. We just thought we're going to do a bit of a video and give a bit of an intro to how we make our socks. So we just thought we'd run you through a couple of machines, a couple of basic things, a bit of background on us. We moved to Crookwell in '97, but we've actually been making socks, I think, back to the 1730s. So about 10 generations of sock makers. So we have learned a little bit on the way, but we do continue to learn. We thought we'd start with this little machine from the 1920s. For those of you that had a go at French knitting, this is pretty well it. So we have a little circular knitting machine designed to knit row after row, and each row starts to form that sock tube. So as we add on the rows, the leg tube of our sock starts to come down, and after 80 or 90 rows, hopefully we've got a leg in place, and then we'd actually start knitting backwards and forwards to start forming a heel. So as most of you know, the heel is going to be a pretty crucial part in making sure that the sock stays in place and doesn't move around too much. So moving on from the 1920s, we'll take you over now to an English automatic sock knitting machine from the 1960s. We have an analog computer here to pretty well set up the design. The chain will determine how many rows we're going to put into this sock, which allows us to do the sizing. So after about 4 minutes, hopefully we'll turn up with a sock. So we'll give it a quick run for you and pull one out. So what you're seeing in here is this backward forwards action, which allows us to do a heel or a toe. So with everything going well, we hope that this machine will keep running through its program and give us sock after sock. So we'll end up taking our socks out. We have this manual process of separating our socks, and then they start to come out like that. So as you can see, the machine does most of the sock for us. But we still have to finish this thing off. So we'll finish our tail, make it nice and neat. There's your top. You can see here, we've got a pretty well defined heel shape. And then down here where we're separated from the last one, we'll go into an overlocker. We'll get rid of that little bit of excess. It'll stitch it up backwards and forwards, and then the seam should start to flatten out like that. So when you're in the shops, a couple of things to look for. The angle of the heel will make a huge difference to how the sock stays in your shoe. Helps it keep up. Depending on the ribbing or the knitting pattern that we use, the wool, nylons, cottons, different combinations will determine how stretchy or how the thing shapes to your foot. A good wool sock or a cotton sock shouldn't actually stretch too far. So if we get the right size, it shouldn't move. It should sit there if we do a bit of a comparison with some of the things you find these days, you'll notice that heel angles are not very prominent anymore, or the depth of the heel might just not be quite enough. If you find that a sock is very stretchy, it allows manufacturers to cover quite a range of shoe sizes, but it may not stay put. It may tend to wriggle around, which could cause some rubbing, or it may allow it to wear out a little bit quicker.